Coach Fish mentioned the penalties. They also have to be better on third down and in the red zone to win today.
Michigan won the toss, defer to the second half. That means this Washington offense that has moved the ball beautifully will be on the field to start this game in front of their home crowd. Jed Fish prefers to have a three-headed monster in the receiving core. He's got that with Jeremiah Hunter along with those two and the tight end Latu. They will go to the air on first down. Rogers fires open. Boston got it in stride and into Michigan territory. First down, get it to the ground. Coleman chewing up yards. Been impressed with his ability in that passing game as an all-around back. This time he stood up at the line of scrimmage. Graham was a game record, 2 first-half sacks last week in the win over Minnesota. 27-24. Play action for Rogers. Unloads, may have been tipped and incomplete out of bounds. 3 field goals last week in the loss to Rutgers. Play action, Rogers on third down and 9, looking to escape. Just dumps it off. Jeremiah Hunter will get it across the 25, but not much further. Zeke Berry makes initial contact. Said his confidence was not shaken by the 3 misses last week. This one from 41 yards, and Gross, no good.
Missed it left, right?
So now Alex Orji and this Michigan offense will come onto the field, and Mullings in his first carry across the 30, just a physical brand of football. Bredesen is in the game on 2nd and 3. An elite blocker, number 44 in white. Play action, Orji, and a first completion of the day goes to Colston Loveland for a first down.
Another way to get big plays out of this offense.
Mullings, and this is something he said he's really learned this year, when to take that 2 or 3 yard gain instead of trying to press it. A look at Warren, the former walk-on on the bench, and this was something that Sharon Moore was concerned. This was the first road game of the season for Michigan. Pre-snap penalties, he said, were unacceptable, and we'll hear from Cole Kneppel on the first flag of the game.
I think it's Jeff Percy, the left tackle. We just talked about the new left tackle in the game with a little flinch.
False start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You see the shift by the Washington defenders, and they're allowed to do that. It wasn't an illegal movement or anything that affected the offense, but Percy just was early in his movement.
The last thing that this Michigan offense wants is to get behind schedule. They've got both of their running backs in now, Donovan Edwards and Kalel Mullings. And Edwards, who went off in the national championship game against Washington, is hoping for another big day here. Play clock down to 5. Morris, the motion man. Edwards, the handoff. And another flag is down on a minimal gain. Good look at Belichick. He was back to his alma mater at Rutgers last week. So this stays at 2nd and 11. Play action to Edwards. Orji fires. Another completion, this one to Morris, who spins away and makes it 3rd and short.
Good time for quarterback run here. You've got 2 big hosses in the backfield.
And it is Orji up the middle and showing off the strength for the first down with 113 on the ground. Samaj Morgan missed last week, back in there in motion. Orji 3rd throw, another completion, and Loveland can't get much, maybe a yard. They've been clamoring for balance in Ann Arbor in the first 6 plays. 3 runs, 3 passes. Reverse. Oh, flea flicker. Orji delivers. Too high. Looking for Loveland in traffic. Laid the hit. Now it's 3rd and 9. And movement.
Wiped away a blocked field goal, and then the other game they lost to Washington State, 16 penalties for 135 yards.
Marlon Klein, the extra tight end, is in there on 3rd and 4. Orji looking to throw. Orji releases, incomplete.
3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 9, and got pressure on that one.
Could be a big game for both punters, but Doman will try to pin this Washington offense back deep, and the bounce actually benefits the Huskies a bit.
College football is all about, I'm just waiting to hear the crowd reaction here if they announce or show that score.
That feels like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Adam Muhammad, the true freshman running back in there. He skirts through the hole and picks up 6.
Easy up, easy up.
Well, it certainly helps when you're rebuilding a program or revamping even a program. A team that played so well, to have a quarterback like Will Rogers as he gets it right back to the line here. Another handoff. Muhammad will keep the legs churning, and it looks like he's got the first down.
Had to learn a whole new offense here, but he is a great leader.
Rogers couldn't get out of there. First sack of the day for Michigan. TJ Guy gets home.
Their scheme does a great job of keeping you off balance, but that time the protection just broke down.
Rogers quickly, Latu, 3rd and 10. Rogers rifles, middle, it's caught! Giles Jackson, the former Michigan wide receiver, doing it against his former team on a deep ball.
Well, they got protection against pressure, and if there's no middle safety.
Gains 39 through the air. Rogers right back to it, looking for it all. Incomplete for Boston.
With the new quarterback, Will Rogers.
Handoff Jonah Coleman, and he pushes forward for a yard to shine and show exactly what the education looked like. Here's a 3rd and 8. Quick slant, quick catch, first down. It is Boston. So now they're in the red zone, and this is where they've struggled to convert touchdowns. They do get it to Jackson, the speedster on the outside. Can't break the tackle of Johnson, but picks up 5.
In a red zone position.
Handoff, Coleman, first down and goal. Will Rogers said he's a big proponent of giving it to Coleman here, which they do on first down, but he doesn't go anywhere. Will Johnson matched up on Hunter at the top. Rogers looks the other way. End zone, too high, and a dangerous pass. Berry got a hand on it. Johnson, play clock down to 2. Rogers, end zone. Boston, touchdown! His 8th of the year gets Washington on the board. The most in the Big Ten, and now the extra point by Gross makes it 7-0 here at UW. Gross will boot it away, and it will be Harris taking it back, and he just slips forward to the 25 in the country last season. And while they're not necessarily bad in those categories, it's just not up to the same standard so far this season, as Mullings will get the handoff, patiently running, trying to get as close as they could in a very short period with so many new faces around. For Michigan, it's a continuation with the depth they had last year. A lot of these guys on that team, Orji included. This one batted down at the line.
Pass blocking and drop back situations on 3rd down.
3rd and 8. Orji feeling the pressure, stays on his feet, now looking to get away. Orji trying to run and he can't.
To give yourself a chance like that.
And now Michigan playing from behind for the first time in a while, as Doman will send it away to Denzel. Boston calls for the fair catch and makes it just inside. And the 3rd look at this Washington offense with a 7-0 lead. Rogers looking deep again, had a man open. Cameron Davis, the senior captain, in the backfield, and the handoff goes to Davis. In his 6th year here at Washington after the lower body injury last year. 3rd and 6 to the outside, dangerous, but it was caught by Rasheed Williams.
Even though they got 2 new starters in the offensive line, they've got to be able to establish the line of scrimmage.
Here's the punt from Jack McAllister on the 4th and 2. Tyler Morris back, lets it bounce, out of bounds.
Are kind of at the top of the list.
Donovan Edwards, bounce it, Edwards. A lot of running for a minimal gain of 3. Redis in the motion man. Edwards up the middle. There's some tough running.
But you got to be able to withstand the physicality.
That time they got penetration. Edwards had nowhere to run. Mullings back out there. Design run for Orji. And he spins his way near the 35 as we go to KT. Orji looking to pass. Throws, batted down again.
Of the safety. I mean, you teach a guy to maybe when you block, take your helmet a little bit lower on the body. That will keep the hands down by those rushing linemen or safeties.
Boston back from this Doman punt. And the fair catch is made. Washington back out there from their own 26.
A lot of room for Boston at the top of the field.
Play action, Rogers sets the screen, Latu. With blocking. The big man rumbling down the sideline, stayed on his feet and gets across the 40. Picks up 16, despite the 6'7" frame and catch radius. Handoff for Coleman, jump cut, Coleman, nice run, picks up 6.
His game, he came in averaging 7.2 yards per carry.
They have split Damon Williams Jr., the other quarterback, out wide. Now here's a backwards pass. Williams will throw it right back to the other side of the field. Cameron Davis, the running back, has a convoy in front. Davis down the sideline and out of bounds in the red zone. What a play call by Jet Fish.
And back in the red zone for the second time.
And back to the air. Rogers delivers. Jackson, touchdown. Perfect placement.
Right before Mason Graham put a hit on him.
Extra point from Gross as the former Wolverine. The trickeration with Damon Williams coming in on that last drive, and it's 14-0 Washington, booting it back to this Michigan offense, looking for some form of rhythm. Jack Tuttle, the transfer from Indiana, 7th year in college football, has been dealing with an elbow, is in the game for Alex Orji, and he hands it off on first down for Kalel Mullings.
But Tuttle, the best passer of all of them, and the most veteran guy in terms of presence on the field.
Morgan, the motion man, on 2nd down and 6. Tuttle, his first throw is complete to Bredesen, and it'll set up 3rd and 1.
This has got to be Kalel Mullings' time right here. They've got to win at the line of scrimmage.
And they do. First down, Mullings. Bredesen stays in there per usual. Mullings the back on first down. Play action for Tuttle. Feels the rush, steps up, and he's got 2nd and 3 with both backs. Edwards. First down, a tight end. What do you consider him?
He's a fullback, H-back is what he is.
Could we see 31 personnel? First down. Tuttle escapes, and again with his legs, Tuttle gets it across the 40.
In the second quarter. Critical drive here, but they're ahead of the sticks, which is good for them.
Edwards stays in on 2nd and 3. Edwards, look out! Donovan Edwards, game-breaking speed, touchdown, 39 yards. The Don is back. At 104 yards, 2 touchdowns in the national title game as Vada adds. He had to sit behind Hassan Haskins when he first got to Michigan, and then Blake Corum. He thought, I'm going to be a #1 guy right off the bat, and it just didn't quite work out that way. Taught him patience as they look to re-extend the lead. Now remember, Michigan did win the toss, elected to defer. We'll see if Washington can extend. Rogers, dangerous.
Yeah.
Incomplete. Rogers has not thrown a pick. In fact, Washington's the only Big Ten team without an interception this season. Handoff for Coleman, and he runs into the pile for 2.5.
Grant and Graham in the middle.
3rd and 7 for Rogers. Dials it up, open, incomplete, a little bit too far in front of Boston. Now a chance for some decent field position for Michigan after the defensive stand. McAllister nearly blocked. Morris back there, and he's got some room to work with a flag down. Down the sideline and out of bounds near the 40.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 16.
75 yards and came away with the touchdown from Edwards. It is Tuttle to the air, and he fires a dart caught by Loveland.
All of a sudden they bring a new quarterback in. The book on him is he's a better thrower, and it's forced Washington to play a little bit more honestly.
Edwards slicing his way through this Washington defense. Edwards had 9 carries for 34 yards in the win over Minnesota last week. He has already just about doubled that. Coming in cold, playing with a little bit of that swagger. Morris, the motion man, on 2nd and 8. Tuttle through his progressions. Leave it. There is Edwards with a flag down. Stutter step move out around midfield, but this one could be coming back. Play action. Tuttle looking back that side. Releases incomplete. Edwards delayed handoff. Edwards picks up 8.
Well, they were pretty good in the first quarter, not so good in the second.
Mullings wrapped up from Dominic Zavada, who is 7 for 7 on the season. And Zavada knocks it through from the crowd here in Seattle. Doman sends it away. And the fair catch called for and made by Reynolds.
Relationship for him to get involved with.
Handoff on first down goes to Davis, and he pushes forward for 3.
This a pro style, much different verbiage.
Boston with the grab. Boston with 64 yards on the touchdown. Jackson with 55 in the score. And now this one's going nowhere. Still 2 timeouts to work with for Washington. Remember, Grady Gross has already missed another field goal today, and this one's a completion.
Nice job by Cameron Davis and pass pro.
Rodgers protected, perfectly delivered. Boston out of bounds, working against Jair Hill, and he wins the battle.
And Rodgers able to make an easy throw and catch.
In the field goal range with 2 timeouts to work with. Over the middle, catch made, and Latu doesn't get further than that. Rodgers delivers. Latu, there is the first down as he dragged forward inside the 15 to the 12. Hausman wrapped him up. Clock will pause.
There's that big tight end, that big target in the red zone.
Oh, they're not going to clock it. They're going to go. Rodgers looking end zone. Boston incomplete. 4 seconds.
They went for the slant and go against Will Johnson. And he had it, just Will Rodgers overthrew it. Watch Will Johnson bite on the slant inside, and he's got enough separation. Will Rodgers just too much on the throw. They knew that Will Johnson, who has 2 pick sixes already this season, likes to go for the play.
Johnston the snap. McAllister the hold, and this one's blocked. Michigan got a hand on it, and that's how this first half is going to come to a close. Gross can't catch a break.
And I would guess it's got to be Jack Tuttle again, right?
And a little bit of a pooch kick to the 20, and the fair catch called for.
Jack Tuttle's going to have to make some plays down the field throwing the football, because Washington will make the adjustments with Steve Belichick at halftime.
Mullings up the middle, and finally it looks like what we've seen from Mullings the last couple of weeks. Had just 20 yards in the first half, picks up 7 there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, these are 2 excellent backs, you know, and Mullings has been the go-to guy the last few weeks. He basically won the USC game. He was the starter last week. Donovan Edwards has been relegated to the number 2 guy. But what Donovan Edwards did in the second quarter is why this game is a 4-point game.
Second down and 3. Tuttle to the air, to the outside. Loveland the catch, and a first down.
Penalty marker down was thrown right before the ball was snapped. Who else can step up? Samaj Morgan, number 0, has got to be a factor.
And they give it to him here on the handoff. And Morgan will pick up 5 on the stutter step before getting leveled by Ephesian Prysock.
Not good.
They've run triple option well so far this season. A lot of wins. As a flag is down, they're going to blow this dead before Michigan can even get it rolling.
False start. Offense number 0.
I mean, they've won without it, but I don't think that's sustainable over the long haul or even the long of this game.
Tuttle looking. Mullings incomplete. Broussard was lurking, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this ball should have been thrown outside because Mullings turned over his left shoulder, expecting that ball towards the sideline. It was thrown back inside. Not an easy ball for him to catch. 3rd and 10 now. Kind of plays into the hands of this Washington defense and the crowd as well.
Changing the play here with the play clock nearing 5.
Your Washington know where Loveland is.
Tuttle steps up, delivers a rocket over the middle to a Morion Walker for a first down into Washington territory. Gains 22.
Well, it's press man coverage. It starts with protection, and then Tuttle works across the progressions and delivers a strike on 3rd and long. And this is a kind of throw that Michigan has not seen very much of this season, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time right there.
Took a hit from Mikel Esteen But now Tuttle up to 54 yards. There's the explosive type play you're looking for.
Oh.
Down the field, keeps the drive alive. Just look at the command, the experience from the 7th-year senior. Handoff Mullins. So hard to bring down at 6'2", 233, and he brings it across the 35.
Well, again, you make a completion like that on 3rd down, it makes this defense play more honestly, and now you give it back to your sledgehammer, and you let him power his way for 6 yards. And now you have 2nd and very manageable, and this is in favor of the offense.
Edwards back out there, 5 yards away from a season high of 82. Tuttle on 2nd and 4 will take it himself. Stutter step move, dives forward, and he's got the 1st down.
A nice decision that time by Tuttle. If he would have slid, he would have been short. He dove forward with the ball, and I think he's going to get the 1st down. Yeah. Knew what he needed, knew how far he had to go, avoided the hit, and got the 1st down.
Steve Belichick is just trying to find the right matchups right now with a different quarterback. It started with Orji. He completed his first 3, missed his next 4, and Tuttle has been in ever since, leading 2 straight scoring drives, looking for a 3rd. Edwards for 3.
It really all starts for Steve Belichick and on the other side for Kirk Campbell with how you play on 1st down. You know, if they gain positive yards on 1st, they get themselves in 3rd down in manageable situations, it's hard to play defense against a team that can run as well as Michigan. In the 2nd quarter, Michigan was kind of able to do that the way they wanted to. Big 2nd down play right here now for the Washington defense.
Morgan, the motion man, they get it to him on 2nd down and 7. And let him speed it onto the outside into the red zone. 1st down. Get him involved to the tune of 15 yards.
Well, watch Peyton O'Leary, number 81, come in here and just clean it out. Nobody had leverage on this play. Morgan comes all the way across the formation, and the corner just came too far with him. Excellent play design that time and call by Kirk Campbell. They outflanked the defense because the defender, Ephesian Prysock, came too far in the motion and couldn't get back outside to stop the play.
10th play of this drive with Edwards still in there. It is Edwards, patient, inside the 10.
I would say subtle Tuttle, right? 6 for 8, 70 yards, but just enough to keep Washington's defense on their heels a little bit. And Donovan Edwards has got some juice in this ball game and a couple nifty play calls, and Michigan now with an opportunity to try to take the lead.
And I would say that was Rod, Todd. 2nd and 7. Fred Moore, the motion man. Tuttle looking to the air. Tuttle.
Oh, he had his tight end. Missed
Now
it.
wants to escape. Throws. Oh, it's there. Loveland. Touchdown. Tuttle. Impressive.
Good poise by the 7th-year quarterback, Jack Tuttle.
An 11-play, 75-yard drive in 6 minutes and 22 seconds.
I think there's only 3 places in college football where on a college campus stadium that is on a body of water. This is one of them.
Jed Fish said, we don't just want this to be the most... A blocked field goal at the end of the 1st half. They'll go for the quick strike here to Hunter, and he'll lose a yard.
2 incredibly athletic big men.
Right back to the air. Dump it. Coleman with space. Has a man to beat, and he does to the outside for the 1st down.
Or a dump down receiver. Turn that one into a 1st down.
Jed Fish said the same jump he made from year 1 to year 2, he did from year 2 to year 3, and a nice Makes it 2nd and 17 with Coleman split out wide on an empty set. Rogers, Jackson makes a man miss. Jackson, shifty, may have gotten the first down.
Not in a position to make a tackle, and first down.
Coleman up the middle, slippery through the hole for 7.
And they have gone after him a couple times in this ball game for good dividends.
2nd down and 3, right back to Coleman. And this time it's sniffed out by Stewart. Coleman at the bottom of your screen, out wide. Rogers feeling the pressure, gets rid of it, short for Boston. McAllister with his 3rd punt of the day. Just gets it off. Tyler Morse, fair catch called. And he'll let it go over his head and into the end zone.
But have given up a lot of points in the second half. Good start to this second half.
Mullen spun down, picks up 1.
Putting him in at quarterback.
Tuttle throws, batted down.
Got both tight ends to the top together.
Tuttle on 3rd and 9. Fires. Loveland incomplete. Now it'll be Doman sending it away to Denzel Boston.
Should have good field position here, too, for the Huskies. Short kick.
And Boston does bring it in.
For a big game. He's an excellent runner, but he can throw it, too.
And he will here on 1st down. Williams showing off those wheels. Gets to the outside and the corner across midfield out of his freshman, so he's ready to go when he takes the reins next year. Hands it to another true freshman. No, he keeps it himself. And Williams gets the 1st down. Jed Fish said he's going to give us a heck of a run in the future. Rogers back in there, set up the screen for Latu. 1st down. Latu now the 5 catches, 47 yards, 2 of those coming on those screen passes. Rogers over the middle, may have been tipped and incomplete. Stays out there with Adam Muhammad, the true freshman. And this time they do give it to Muhammad. And he'll pick up. Williams stays in on 3rd and 6. And the slant perfectly delivered for the 1st down. They've expected Jeremiah Hunter's production to go up as the season continues. Williams, the keeper, the speed out of bounds on this 2nd and 1. Muhammad up the middle.
Oh, that's going to be close.
Came in 4th on the team in rushing. Looking to throw here. Gets away from Stewart, directing traffic, and then hit out of bounds.
Hit.
No flag comes in. Jair Hill lowered the shoulder, and Williams making his way towards the sideline. The crowd reacts. Rogers on 2nd down. Feeling the pressure, he gets dumped. Mason Graham, TJ Guy, Josiah Stewart, everybody making an impact.
Yeah, well, the main pressure comes right here. That's what makes it difficult for a quarterback, because he can't step up because of the pressure from Graham, and then the 2 edge guys get there to finish him off. But the problem is created by Mason Graham on the inside.
This guy is absolutely ridiculous. The 2 first-half sacks last week, a big one here, makes it 3rd and goal back from the 20. Rogers throws, Latu catches, and it is just short of the 10. So now you've got a field goal kicker.
You got to kick it.
You have to.
You got to kick it and try to tie the ball game. That was a good play right there to get the yardage back and give your kicker an easier shot. He missed one and he had one blocked. I don't necessarily blame him for the blocked one, but he has got to come through for his team right here. This guy was a Groza Award, mention coming into the season because he was great last year. He's got to do his job right here.
Chip shot, 29-yarder for Grady Gross, and this one is perfect. 13:38 to play, all even now at Husky Stadium as Harris will take a knee. Donovan Edwards has a season-high 83 yards on the ground, including a 39-yard touchdown. Does he have more magic against the Huskies in him? Hand off to him on 1st down, and he'll weave his way for 3.
We mentioned also not only the quarterback changes for Michigan, but changes up front. New center Greg Crippen tonight because Dominic Jadis was hurt, not making the trip. Miles Hinton, their best lineman, starting left tackle, not here. Jeff Percy in at left tackle. So a lot of challenge for those guys as well.
Charleston in motion on 2nd down and 7. Delayed handoff, and Edwards just slipped, lost his footing.
Boy, he had a crease too. I mean, he was trying to cut this back, and there was a beautiful cutback lane. Watch this now. If he gets this and maintains his balance, there is a cutback lane right here that he would have been able to run through. Michigan had not closed the gap. I mean, Washington had not closed that gap, and instead, it's 3rd and long now for the Wolverines.
Tuttle had the 22-yard completion on 1 3rd down. They went 3 and out the last one.
Pressure.
To the air on 3rd and 6. Over the middle, it's incomplete, looking for Marlon Klein.
Well, nice coverage by Cameron Broussard, number 8, the safety. They brought pressure, which means man-to-man coverage. And Broussard right in position, may have gotten away with a hold. Had his hands around the waist, but able to knock that ball away and force the punt. Jack Tuttle wanted a penalty and might have had a good case there.
So, back-to-back defensive stands from Steve Belichick's crew. And now it'll be Washington getting the football back. Doman's boot back to Denzel Boston. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 32. Here's the exact opportunity to do so.
And one in the trenches. Michigan with 3 defensive tackles in now on this 1st down play.
Coleman on the handoff. He's been quiet. He'll stay that way.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan, Wink Martindale anticipating run on that 1st down play. Had 3 defensive tackles in. Rashawn Benny, number 26, is the first guy that's going to get there in the backfield, spin Coleman around, and for no gain. So a well-conceived defensive personnel group there on 1st down.
And you see there the numbers for Coleman, 10 for 39. Somebody who's been averaging 7.24 yards per carry coming into the game. 2nd and 9, Rodgers, middle, open, caught, Hunter. 1st down near midfield.
2nd down, Wink Martindale decides to bring pressure. They break out of the bunch, and one receiver breaks open, and that's Jeremiah Hunter. When you bring pressure, it's man-to-man. Bunch formation kind of confuses who has who, and Hunter able to make the catch.
Again, Washington outgaining its opponent. Jackson makes 2 miss.
Wow.
And then runs into a wall, but that is an impressive individual effort by Giles Jackson.
I mean, this looked like it could have been an interception by Zeke Berry. Watch this. Berry is close to making a play on the ball, and Giles Jackson, the former Michigan Wolverine, with some moves.
Another completion, another 1st down, a lot too.
What I like about this drive right now is the ball is coming out of the hands quickly of Will Rogers, because the pass rush for Michigan has been different in the 2nd half. 4 sacks in the ball game, but the ball's coming out quick right now.
16 catches between Jackson, Boston, and Latu in this one. Play action pass now. Rogers rifles. Oh, throws his 1st interception of the year. Ernest Hausman nearly had one in the 1st half. This time he rips it down.
Hausman did a beautiful job of just falling under this play.
He's got the turnover buffs. 177 passes without a pick for Will Rogers before that one. And now Mullins finds the hole and scampers forward for 7. Testament to how Mullins has played, that he's having an off day. He's averaging 4.1 yards per carry. That one's going to be close to a 1st down run. It'll likely be 3rd and short. These are some of his numbers according to PFF, and the ranks among Power 4 running backs. The yards per carry, top 10. Yards after contact per attempt, top 10. Same with just the overall yards after contact. And the missed tackles forced just outside the top 10 as well.
And I don't think on TV you can appreciate how big and physical he is. Seeing him on the field up close, I mean, he is enormous.
He's a linebacker, shifted to running back, and that's where he thrives, in those type of situations. Short yardage for the 1st down as we go to KT.
Yeah, guys, Tyler Morris told me you would never know the season that Mullings is having if you just talked to him. He said, I've seen a huge leap in his confidence as the year has gone on. We know if he gets the ball in our heads.
Defenses are thinking about it. One, where he meets them in the hole, and two, where they don't necessarily get him down to the ground every time. It's another reminder, hey, you've got to work extra hard just to get him down to that turf. Fresh set of downs for Tuttle. Rolls on the run. Caught. Loveland. Did he get the foot down? No. Touchdown on 4th and goal. Play clock all the way down when they got the snap off. Tuttle surveys. Lost the football. Washington's got it. Tunuufi knocked it out. And Sagapolu brought it in. Washington has possession.
Jack Tuttle has not been hit much, obviously. He missed all of spring, most of fall camp, coming back from an elbow injury. He's trying to protect it, but it gets punched out clearly and recovered by Washington. I mean, quarterbacks in general don't get a lot of live tackling, especially ones who are coming back from injury.
I saw you with a perplexed look. So they threw the interception at the 37. Now they start at the 32. And there goes Jonah Coleman. 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 5.
I give him the ball again.
And they do. Coleman. Coleman is the back. 3 wide receivers set. 5 on the play clock. Coleman up the middle. Waiting on the official signal.
Oh, he's in, right?
Touchdown!
They showed pass. They had 3 receivers out to the wide side, and they fed the ball to Coleman again for the touchdown. You see the strength. He's taking Kenneth Grant, number 78, with him into the end zone.
Please reset the game clock to 6:41, 6:41.
Kenneth Grant, the big inside tackle, 6'3", 340 pounds. And Jonah Coleman just said, I'm taking you in the end zone with me.
Touchdown confirmed. Gross for the extra point. 24-17. All of this started with a fumble. While we were away, they ruled that Jonah Coleman was actually short on this touchdown. Terry McCauley, first of all, what'd you see on the play? Second of all, can they do this after the extra point was actually kicked?
Well, Noah, there's no question his knee's down. The left knee's down with the ball clearly short of the goal line. I spoke with the folks in the Big Ten Command Center and they told me that they instructed the officials that they were stopping the game right before the snap occurred. So there was no try for point. They got it shut down. They've reversed to short.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Well, now a regroup for both teams. 3rd down and less than 1 in this red zone opportunity.
Jumbo set. Back to Coleman. Over the top. No doubt about this one. Touchdown, Washington.
I love the toughness. Earlier this season, we saw highlights of Jonah Coleman hurdling a defender, getting airborne. This time, he hurdles the line of scrimmage and gets the touchdown. Up and over, ball clearly across the plane. No knee down on this one. And Washington with the touchdown and the lead.
Gross extra point. Officially 24-17.
Critical one there that led to points.
And some big points at that. After Michigan had scored 17 straight, a touchback here.
They turned that into points. So they're doing the things better that they didn't do in their 2 losses, but they still have 6:22 left on the clock.
How does Jack Tuttle and this Michigan offense respond? That's a good start with Donovan Edwards just gliding his way to about the 30.
Yeah, a lot of time here for Michigan, right? I mean, a lot of time. They don't have to just start throwing it all over the lot. They need to stay ahead of the sticks. They can't give up negative yardage plays and put their offensive line and their quarterback in tough situations.
Edwards nearing 100 yards, now 92 in the touchdown. Bredesen, the motion man, back to Edwards. And he gets close to the marker. We'll set up 3rd down and a short 2. It's Mullings. He's short. Got to him immediately.
And see if they can get a free 1st down, but
it is Mullings.
you know, he didn't need much. He didn't get much, but I think he got enough. I never like on those kind of short yardage goal line plays being in the shotgun and starting with the ball 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Prior to the snap, the center moved the ball forward. Therefore, we will replay 4th down. There was no play.
So replay from the same spot?
Terry, is this from the exact same spot essentially, just without it being moved forward?
It is. They shut the play down because the center moved the ball up to the line to gain, which you can't do. So they're under instructions. They shut it down. They warn the team if they do it again, it'll be a penalty. But now they'll absolutely replay the down.
And this has been now complete
right now.
Anarchy at the line of scrimmage.
Well, again, the center is
Replay
different.
to stop the game for a medical timeout.
Handoff, Mullings over the top, and he's going to have the 1st down.
This is like a mirror image, right? We saw Coleman. The play got reversed. Had to go for it again. Coleman goes over the top. Play gets reversed. Michigan has to go for it again, and Mullings goes over the top. I was telling you, Jed Fish was saying, I got to get our fans, they got to recalibrate. The days of 42-39 games and Pac-12 games are over. This is Big Ten football. It's going to be much different. Still exciting, but different.
Keep in mind, Michigan had to burn one of their timeouts, so they've got 2 and the 2-minute timeout, but some movement and the flag.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
That's the veteran, the transfer from Northwestern, Josh Preeb. Oh, just a little bit. This was something Sharon Moore said they had to avoid, especially when the crowd got into it at this level. Tuttle, plenty of time in the pocket. Rifles picked off. What a play. They call him Cam Fab, and that interception was exactly that. Back-to-back drives with a turnover, 7th career interception for Tuttle. And Damon Williams into the ball game on 1st down. Williams slides down wisely after a gain of 2.
Yeah, right now the clock is Washington's friend. Michigan with 2 timeouts. It was a heads-up play by Damon Williams. Get a few yards, get down. And now Will Rogers back in the game, and Washington will use as much clock as they possibly can. Sharon Moore will have the 2-minute timeout as an extra timeout. But they got to get a stop.
Coleman on 2nd down. Runs into a wall after a yard. Normally the 35 would be field goal range for Washington, but Gross has been shaky. This is a 3rd and 8. Rogers to throw, lofts it, sideline, incomplete, and a flag. Will Johnson, face coverage on Denzel Boston, and a critical mistake. You still have the 2-minute timeout and one of your own timeouts. It'll be Coleman up the middle. And he keeps the legs churning for three.
Yeah, I just don't know that you would think about throwing right here if you're Washington. Run the football, use the clock.
Coleman. And we'll set up 3rd and short.
If they make a first down here, it's lights out.
And it is the freshman Damon Williams at quarterback on 3rd and 3. Coleman to the outside. Coleman looks like he's short.
Short, but still in bounds.
Grady Gross, one of the captains of this Husky football team. And his kick is good.
Well, these fans here remember it, right? This is a huge winning opportunity for the Huskies.
And this will be short and returnable.
And now they're down 2 scores.
There's back-to-back punts, the fumble, the pick, and the completion here across the 30 and out of bounds to Loveland.
179, but they've forced the 2 turnovers as well.
Tuttle, dump it, Edwards. And he'll just surge forward to the 40.
Make them use all that clock.
Tuttle, flushed. And he throws it away. 2nd and 10 for Tuttle. Down he goes! Engulfed by Isaiah Ward.
Ward's working on the new left tackle. Percy just beat him in a one-on-one and got to the quarterback. Of course, they're not playing run at all here, just going after the quarterback.
3rd and 15. Tuttle over the middle. Klein chopped down. Fabiculanan had the pick, and now the clock under 10. The fans can feel it. Redemption here in Seattle. Michigan trying to get a playoff, and they won't.
Game's over.
Washington avenges the loss in the national championship, and here come the fans. 27-17, your final at Husky Stadium.
Coach, this one has to feel pretty special for you with this crowd now surrounding you.
Well, I feel so good for the University of Washington. I wasn't here at the last game they played against Michigan. But for our team and for last year's team, I hope we had some good redemption.
You wanted to see how your team would respond after the penalties last week. How would you grade their play overall tonight?
I think we did a great job. We didn't have a lot of self-inflicted wounds, 4 or 5 penalties. Good job.